Just now. But that's okay, because here we are. And I see you guys coming into the room, so I'm so excited. Yes. Welcome, 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 welcome. I have an amazing guest today. My good friend, John Gordon. And I'm going to bring him in very, very soon. But I have to give prayers and up for Texas and the Midwest and all they're going through today, this week. It is insane. So please hold them in your prayers. Please, we lift them up. I have people out there and they are struggling. So just going to say that. Glad you're here with me, because if you're watching me, that means you're still here and you are thriving and alive and strong. And we want to stay that way, right? It's dannIGeeLive. And as always, I always have new little purchases that I want to share because I'm excited. Okay. Bevelations, Miss Baby Smith. Okay, Bevelations. I cannot wait to dig into this book and the other one, which fell behind me somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, one of my icons, Andre Leon Talley. Okay, I've been meaning to get this for a while, but it just came today. And as always, little product placement. And again, people don't ask me to do this. I just love my friends. I love supporting independent-owned businesses, especially women-owned businesses and people of color. But don't be ashy, kids. Don't be ashy. Summer will be here soon enough, so start prepping those heels now, those feet. And then a really good friend of mine, my good girl Diane Smith, she gave me this hair product by Shea Moisture for the first time. I used it this week, and it's amazing. It's called Power Greens Shampoo. So it's awesome, awesome, awesome. Anyhow, these are all things I'm loving to use. There's links in my bio for, the books, and don't be ashy. But here we are, dannIGeeLive, and I'm a really great friend today. But before I bring Mr. John Gordon in, let me see if I can make this happen. So I just figured out, apparently you can put video now in IG Live. So let me see if this works. So here's a snippet of Mr. John Gordon. Okay, let's see if it works. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Oh, you can't hear it though. Can you guys hear that? No? Oh, darn it. Anyway, that's him jamming. Let me see if this other video works. See? Learn it as you go. Well, this is John performing, and this is him also. Oh, you can't hear it. Well, that stinks. Okay. Well, anyway, that's John on stage doing his thing, doing what he does. And he is an amazing funketeer. And that was us. It was a good go, Corey, the 3 E's, No Fee, and myself on stage with him at the bitter end. And we had such a blast. So, all the good love I want. And so we have to have him just sing it live with us. So let me go find him and bring him in, because this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Let's see. All right, so John Gordon. Oh no. Okay, so because this is live and there's always madness, John Gordon, if you can hear me, it is telling me that you have to upgrade your app in order to join. So, oh my God, I don't know what that means, but John Gordon, if you can quickly go and upgrade your app, we got time. And then try to rejoin. But in the meantime, Corey, do you want to come in and talk to me? Are you camera ready? Corey, do you want to come in real quick? Somebody send me an invitation. Don't leave me out here hanging. This is what happens live, okay? So John Gordon is going to go and upgrade his phone or his app so that he can go live. Stephanie, are you camera ready, girl? Do you want to come in for a hot second? Send me a request. So I'm just not here crazy talking to myself. But I guess I'll just chat until someone wants to come in and join me. And John, send me a request when you're ready. In the meantime, actually, Mercury in retrograde. Yes, Kate. It's been a day, right? So I think in the meantime, what I can do, which would be really cool, is show you guys some photos of John because he's incredible. So this is John at a photo shoot. Okay. Styled by Corey, thank you. Styled by my girl Stephanie, I believe, who was in this chat. Stephanie, tell us if that's true. My girl Stephanie Allen, whose link is in my bio. Oh, okay, he's back. So see, look, I'm telling you, kids, live. All right, let's try it now. All right. Yes. Oh my God. Wait, I was like, come on, Voodoo God.
I mean, look, they just sent the update 3 days ago. I mean, I'm supposed to do everything in a week. Good God.
Wait a minute. I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. Wait, okay, now I'm going to take a sip.
What you got? What you drinking?
You know me and my red wine. I'm so boring. I know. Wait, what are you drinking?
It's vodka lemonade with a splash of liqueur.
You better come on.
Some strawberries and mango.
Well, cheers, baby cakes. Cheers.
Cheers. It's good to see you.
Listen.
Don't joke.
Too much. It's so good to see you too. Come on, John Gordon. Thank you for joining me today. I love you. I miss you. I miss recording with you.
We have not performed
all of our photos. So just for you guys that don't know, I haven't performed in a while, but I still have my band because I'm not giving up. I have a band, Sugar Bush. I haven't posted about it a bunch, but about 8-9 years ago, John, you started singing with me with Sugar Bush.
Yeah.
Maybe, right? Yeah. 2010, 11, right?
That sounds about right. Yeah.
And I first met John Gordon
in a rehearsal.
Yes. Can we tell the story? Come on, we're going to
You in rehearsal.
See, that little technical staff got me sweating.
Y'all was doing moves.
I was working with the great Gloria Gaynor, and I had already started I started my band in '99. So I'm performing with my band, but I'm also working with Gloria Gaynor, and we were in need of a background singer. So I had invited a good friend of mine. I don't know if I want to say the name. It's I don't want to be
mutual friend.
It's a mutual friend.
Yeah,
mutual friend to join us as backing vocals of a woman. And so I was trying to rehearse with her separately to get ready for our first show with Gloria. And so she was rehearsing her band, Corey.
Oh, right. That's right. At the same time. Right.
She was rehearsing her band for an upcoming show that she was having. So she asked me to come to the studio, Ultrasound in Midtown, meet her there. We were going to take the first hour in her room and go over Gloria's material, and then she would continue on rehearsing with her band. So I arrived. John was in the room. I had never seen John before in my life. John was in the room. So I put on the I guess it was a CD or whatever. So we're working on the harmonies, and this one.
See, I can't help it.
This one starts singing along.
I got nothing better to do.
Harmonizing, skidoo bop bop do that bop bop bop. Listen, not for nothing. I mean, the woman that I was rehearsing with, great voice, harmony. Listen, folks, singing harmonies is a gift. Not everyone has that gift, so it's truly a gift. So I applaud these backing vocals out here who are holding onto their notes. And I feel waver sometimes too, but I've gotten stronger over the years.
Join the club.
But it really is a gift to be able to hear your notes and stay on your line and travel around. And John, not even knowing the material, but you knew at it because of course Gloria was famous. Yeah. This one starts trilling and squilling and dilling.
But see, I didn't realize that you could hear me. I thought I was doing it under my breath.
So someone went off of my little head. I was like, I'm here to work with her, but in reality, I was like, so the very next day, I know that it's so shady. Very next, Corey, you made the right choice. Let's see, Corey knows what I'm talking about.
Jesus.
The very next day, I asked this woman, mutual friend, for John's information. And I kind of like covered it up to say, you know, Gloria also usually works with a man and a woman because she does songs in her repertoire that are, you know, loved, you know, that would have gone, she would have sung with just a number of people. Yeah. So I covered it by using that excuse, but what I really knew was John's voice and talent, skill with the harmonies, etc., were better suited for the gig. So all I have to say, I brought John in. We got to only do one show,
but it was so much fun, and we were late. We were late on stage. Cool. We ended up going to Atlantic City with Gloria.
It was a trap show. It was a big multi-artist show. It was some big disco throwback show. One of the Pointer Sisters was on the show, and I'm not going to speak ill of her because I think it might have been the one that passed away recently. So I don't want any bad karma.
Oh, right.
But it was much. Yeah. But the whole thing was disheveled and disorganized, and
we ended up going out early.
Right.
And you in the bathroom. I'm banging on the door. Daddy, we gotta
go. Kids, I was in the bathroom on the toilet, fishnet down.
The music was starting.
I hear the music piping. John is banging on the door. They're calling us. I'm gonna admit it, y'all. I didn't wipe nothing. I pulled those fishnets up, ran down the hall, and we jumped on stage as the music was starting. And Gloria's just like, really?
Shano.
It was Hot Mess Express. And then we ended up hanging out all night.
All night.
Drinking and talking about things.
That's why I love me some Danny G. I mean, y'all know that. Y'all who know Danny G know Danny G. And we can get the talk on. We can chop it up. Okay.
So then, so I can't remember because, you know, it's been so long, but I can't remember if you were already working with me at that point or not.
No.
But
no,
okay,
that was right. Like
so John subsequently joined Sugar Bush, and what a ride, man! What a ride!
So much fun. And like, especially for me, because I'm such an R&B kind of funk, even in jazz world. So your like R&B rock world was like so fun and refreshing for me because I got to play in another genre of original music.
Yes.
So much fun. Meet like, and reconnecting with Anthony Robicelli.
Right.
Who working with Gloria, your keyboard player, but the first producer in New York City that I ever worked with.
Yes.
When I first moved here. When I was living in Harlem.
Oh, I didn't live in Harlem.
Trekked all the way to, back then I was like, I'm trekking all the way to Brooklyn to work on this. But that's who I did Hot Like Church with. That's who I did Hot Like Church with.
Okay.
So it was like all the worlds were colliding and it was fantastic.
Yeah. So with Sugar Bush, you know, my independent little rock funk band, Me, Myself, and I Productions. I need to start a company with that name because I have always been Me, Myself, and I Productions, even with this now.
I mean, this is the world. This is the world, right? You can do everything.
Yes.
Independently.
Yes.
You do not need a record label. All you singers and musicians out there, you do not need a record label. To all you artists out there, you don't need an agent. For actors, you kind of need an agent. But like,
but you know, we had a good time. I mean, listen, not for nothing. And John and Stephanie, who's also on the call, was right there along with me along the way. We played some pretty dope gigs. Like,
yeah.
We were
Okay,
at the
that
Blue
band
Note.
cafe gig was fun.
Okay. Blue
That
Note
was fun.
Cafe. I don't know how many times.
And it was because of you playing at the bitter end that I was able to get onto the bitter end. And that was like, yeah, because I didn't have a way into that. I didn't really know about it, and meeting, what's the guy's name? Pete. Through you, I was able to start gigging at the bitter end.
You know what? I never knew that. I thought you were already a regular there.
No.
Wow.
That was through you. That was through doing a gig with you. I mean, I had been there before, but I had not performed solo before there.
Oh, wow.
Like, I had performed at like Crash Mansion. I had done CBGB's Basement. I've done a bunch of places, and I was doing a lot of the Shrine up in Harlem. I'd done a couple of other places in Harlem, Opia when it was open. Gosh, I can't even remember all the places now. But I was really Triad. Triad
was the first place on 72nd Street, right? Between Broadway and Columbus, that I had one of my first solo gigs. Oh my God. Wow. Goes back.
Such a great room. Such a great room. I was happy to have been in so many great places in Harlem. Where?
Apollo Cafe.
Apollo Cafe.
Sold it out. No one knew who we were, but we sold it out.
That was fun.
On the marquee.
We have been places.
Yes. I mean, I may have never toured as a solo singer, but shit, I did some room.
Okay.
I mean, there were opportunities that came up that sort of like fell apart. Like there was one time, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's about you today. And
I know, see, we get to talking.
How are you? First, I want to ask you how you are.
You know what? This has been, I mean, for everybody, pandemic's been hard, but you know, period has been a major blessing for me, because before the shutdown even happened, I had decided to make the transition to try to be a full-time creative.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, this is the time. If I'm going to do it, this is the time. And then the pandemic happened, and we had to shut down.
Yeah.
And I said, this is the perfect situation. I have all the time in the world to focus on my passions. So I have all the time to focus on music and writing music and getting ready for the release of my last EP.
Yes.
And I had time to paint again. And I also started dabbling in voiceover work and trying to like learn that industry.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to take advantage of this time. I'm going to walk out of the pandemic, and I'm going to have a changed life.
Yes.
And it has been a blessing. It's been the best time of my life.
Oh my goodness.
It's been the best time of my life. I've been able to produce so much and gain so much knowledge, and you know, I took a lot of classes and things like that, and reconnect with people in different ways. And I live by myself, so I don't have anybody here to get on my nerves. I'm very lucky about that.
You know, it really is, because I never consider myself privileged in the sense, because I don't have a lot of money and all these other things. Right. But the privilege should be able to, for me, as I say it all the time, have kept my job, which I'm super thankful for. Live alone, you know, I mean, and be safe, not have to worry about roommates.
In New York City.
Stories of people with their roommates not being safe out here in these streets, going to parties, not masked, just whatever, you know. Yeah. So I feel thankful for that too.
And the fact that we can live in New York City alone, that's a major thing.
It is.
I'm super blessed to have all this space here in Brooklyn. I'm in Brooklyn. And I even had outdoor space, so I'm like super blessed.
You know what? I've never been to your place when we could go outside. It's always been cold when I've come to your place.
Well, then when the springtime comes, you need to make the trek out, because it's real cute. I call it Cafe Kiki.
Yes.
And we have a Kiki on my patio. Yeah.
I can't wait. Actually, one of my really good friends, also Michi, she just moved back to Brooklyn, October, November. Beautiful outdoor space. I'm so jealous. And where is she? She's in Bed-Stuy.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Guy. I said that when and if I move anytime soon, one of the things I really want is an outdoor space, even if it's just like a little balcony.
Even if it's a balcony, because we need we don't get enough vitamin D because we're all enclosed in subways and stuff here. So
you know where I went with that, right?
I'm sorry. See, you gotta keep your
y'all know me. But yes, true.
That's a different conversation, and we can get there if we want to. But
that's a Clubhouse conversation. I'm on Clubhouse. Are you on Clubhouse?
Yes, I am on Clubhouse. I haven't used it a lot because it's still strange to me to actually talk to people.
Yeah.
Who are at. And I haven't found. I've seen a lot of ratchet. Sorry.
Yeah.
But and not rooms that I really want to be in.
Yeah.
But the more I use it, the more I'm starting to see the value. So
yeah, people keep saying to me "Oh, you could really build your following on it," and and at first I resisted because I was like, I don't need to run another page.
It's another thing, right? It's another thing to manage.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it can be a great thing to do it every once in a while, but if you're just doing it, you have to be consistent. People to know you're there. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And
outdoor space situation. Have you been able to? Someone asked earlier on here, "Are you going to sing?" I mean, no pressure.
I mean, it depends. I might if I get inspired.
But have you been because I haven't done any vocalizing probably, I don't know, in months. I've been trying to work out here and there, but it's hard, Have you done any kind of vocal work during this time?
Well, it's that's one of my pillars for this shutdown is, to work on music and to continue writing. And so I've definitely continued writing. I can't wait to get back into the studio. And it was so funny, maybe an hour before we got on, this disco melody came into my head. So I was kind of writing a little bit earlier. But yeah, I'm still writing. Because I'm a person that sings all the time. My mother will tell you that at home I don't sing. And when I was growing up, I didn't sing in the house because it was it was a quiet thing. It was something that was mine, and
yeah.
But I sing around. Past roommates would be he sings all the time. He'll never shut up.
Well, that's what I wanted to get to because me, I'm so curious always about people's childhoods and what brought you to where you are today, what created the person that you are today. And first of all, I love your mama. I love your mama.
She loves some Danny G. She does.
I love her so much. And she comes up here to your shows, hollering in the audience, going to the after party, the drinks after. We're coming with friends on a bus,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
You know what? I say we because I have a younger brother, Chaka Khan, who is a playwright and actor.
Yes.
And we are blessed to have parents that fully supported our artistic endeavors.
Yes.
They never said, you ain't gonna be able to make no money singing. Don't do that. You need to go into finance. That we never got any of that. They went to every, high school concert, play. I actually did plays in high school.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be an actor at one point. But they have always supported in every single way and always told us to keep going for our dreams. So we're super, super, super blessed to have parents who, saw us and our gifts as they were and encourage that.
Absolutely. I think that's so beautiful. And I did, the information that you sent me and reading one of the interviews that you did, you mentioned that excuse me, that your parents, every step of the way were so supportive. And, you come across so many stories of people that families are get a real job or, I definitely want to touch on your coming, I don't know if it's a story or not, but you coming out and them being clearly supportive of that. And just, you're their son. Boom. Period. The end. And I know that's something that you also are behind in terms of homeless teens, and you support and you donate to causes.
Yeah.
And I saw that as well, which I think is wonderful. I had a show last year with my friend Rosie Fiedelman, and whenever I do these shows, I always obviously bring up whatever you want us to talk about. But her thing that she wanted me to bring awareness to and ask for donations for was Covenant House. And because she's participated in Sleep Out, Broadway Sleep Out.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a really big topic. And even now with COVID, I can't even imagine what's going on with these babies. But so take me back to
as a kid,
childhood of John Gordon.
I will say my first love with me. Well, let me go back. Before, I guess music and art was at the same time, because I was like that super inside, crafty, nerdy kid. I was always drawing and painting as a kid. And if you asked me if I was like, 5 years old, what you going to be when you grow up? I'm going to be an artist. And I would tell you that. Music had not grabbed me yet. But every Friday, my father would come home with a new vinyl record. And he would put it, we had the big console stereo, the one with the phonograph in it and the speakers on the side and the radio and stuff in the middle. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm talking about. We still got it. And we would put the record on, and me, him, my mom would dance all night.
Yeah.
All Friday night. And my mother would go to bed. My father would stay up and play old, anything from Jose Feliciano to Karen Carpenter to Fifth Dimension to Dionne Warwick to all these great, but a diverse set of musical styles until I fell asleep.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
So that's where I developed my love for music, was with my family.
Yes.
And that continued, for many, we always, love music. And family gets together and we're playing music and we're dancing. And Jocelyn Brown, Somebody Else's Guy, is one of my father's favorite jams. It's that side of the family, that's their jam. Like, you play Jocelyn Brown, Somebody Else's Guy, and the party is on.
But let's let people know, we're Baltimore.
I'm sorry, yes. Baltimore, Maryland.
Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. Maryland. I love that.
Yeah.
So when I mentioned that John's mother comes to his shows, let's be clear, kids, she is traveling states. To come to, it could just be the bitter end. That doesn't matter. To her, it's Madison Square Garden. Okay.
Oh, yeah. My cousins, my family come up. My neighbors come up. My friends from high school come up. Folks make it, they made it an event. And it was so much love. I loved doing the bitter end so much because it was just so much love in the room. Yeah. It was all my people.
All your people.
It was all my peeps.
Wait a minute. Do you remember that one show where the woman got up on you know what?
With her drunk tail. She thought, I was like, what? But look, didn't we still keep it together?
We sure did.
Didn't we? We held that together. We were like, lady, you got to go.
She jumped up on there. She was drunk. She wanted to dance with you. Then she came over and danced with the girls. You were like,
She patted Corey on the butt. I was like, what is going on? Right? But see, that's the kind of energy I attract.
Well, but you know what? That's why I love live. Anything can happen, and it does.
Anything. Look, my cousins were, one night, I forget which gig it was at the bitter end, but she was dancing up on the tables. That's how the Gordons get down. Okay.
I love it. So can I just wait? So all the photos have gone away. Oh, Instagram. I don't know what's going on. But anyway.
Technology, girl.
Technology. I had this wonderful photo of you as a baby, but it's okay.
Oh, Lord.
I know. It's all right. We're not going to do photos today. But come on, technology. But so how did you go from, because even in your bio, it said that you were already dabbling in visual arts as well.
Yeah. As growing up, because like I said, I thought I was going to be a visual artist, a painter. So when I was about 12, I think, there was this summer workshop for young kids to learn different artistic modes, whether it was ceramics or animation or watercolor. And so I just decided to take a bunch of classes. So I took watercolor, ceramics, animation. I also took a clown class. Don't I know that.
What is a clown class? What do you learn?
You learn how to be a clown.
Is it like pratfalls? Like, what are you doing?
Like they teach you like how to develop a persona and how to come up with a shtick. You know, I was a performer anyway in my school.
Yes.
So, you know, it was kind of like, I was like, yeah, let me take this course and learn how to be a clown.
Did you have a clown name?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say it because because it gets me in trouble. Because then people repeat it all the time and it never goes away.
You have to text me later.
I will text you later, but it's because it's real ridiculous.
I love this, John.
But that's where I learned how to paint for the first time, really paint.
Okay.
Really paint watercolor, understand form and composition and color and shading and blending, all that kind of stuff. But even in school, like I would really excelled in the art classes and really loved that. And it was a thing that, you know, I always wanted to pursue more. You know, it fulfilled art. Drawing and creating fulfills me, you know.
And I saw in your bio, I mean, going back to the music, that, you know, with your family and hearing all that wonderful music, like in my household, it was Rufus and Chaka Khan.
Yes.
All of that. And
of course,
all the Philly stuff. But when, you know, it said, what did it say? You know, like you just said, your church, someone said your junior high school teacher knew you were singing, or your choir. When did you know? When did you know that you had like a voice?
7th grade, my choir teacher told my parents that, you're like, oh, he's got a really good voice. I really like her at the time. And she made a mistake and gave me a wrong grade on one semester. So my parents were like, who's this woman? And how you get a bad grade, of course. So she had messed up and she was like, oh, no. He has an amazing voice. And then she gave me the solo in the next like assembly or whatever. But it wasn't until the following year when my choir teacher was like, you know, we're going to do this song and we need a soloist. So everybody, y'all try this little part. And everybody kind of did it straight, you know. They were, and I remember how it went. But when I did it, I like put my little thing on it.
Your stank on it.
My little thing. And everybody was like, wait, what?
Pearls were clutched.
And that's when I realized, I was like, oh, I really think I have something here.
Yeah.
But I was always singing at home. I was like, I would sing, you know, I was a big Whitney fan. And Janet Jackson. And, you know, like, I would sing those songs at home and really feel like I was those artists, you know.
Yes.
And as I got older, I realized that my voice got stronger. I could do more. I started doing musicals in high school, and my voice started growing and growing. And I was like, yeah. And then as I got older, I started actually, you know, because I was that person that read the lyrics and the notes on the album cover, you know, like the liner notes. I was all into that, right?
Love that.
I'm starting to pay attention to who's writing and who's doing what. And I was like, I think I can write a song.
Yes.
You know, and I would say that Sting's Nothing Like the Sun.
I saw that.
The first album that made me realize, I think I want to write music.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was somebody else I wrote down from your notes. It was Sting. Oh, and George Michael.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
George Michael. Wait a minute. Who is this that knows you? Stage song. Is that your mom?
That's my mom. Yeah, see, she being shady. But he only sang at home when no one was there. Yeah, see, she being shady.
Hi, Mama Gorgeous. Oh, my God. I love you so much. So, yeah.
She's right, though.
Michael, right?
What's
love
that?
Him. We did a George Michael song on one of your shows, didn't we? I feel like we did.
Probably.
Am I crazy?
Probably.
Yeah.
We did so many. like one of my favorites was on that Doobie Brothers cover, What a Fool Believes.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Doing
And so
Chaka Khan.
what high school did you go to?
I went to Randallstown High School, the Randallstown Rams in Baltimore County.
Okay.
And it was for me, it was a special time because it was a mixed group of kids.
Yeah.
There was Black, white, Asian, Middle Eastern, everybody got Jewish, Christian, everybody got along.
Yes.
Teachers were excellent. Like, it was a special moment, I think, because for us that was normal.
Right.
Everybody I don't care if you're different. We all friends and we all getting along. We're all having a good time, and you're smart and you're smart. Don't matter what color you are. Like, it was, I think I just got lucky being born. I was born and meeting those people that I met there, because I'm still friends with a lot of my high school friends to this day. They're like family at this point.
Yeah. And then where did you go to college? Because did you go to
James Madison?
Right. Okay.
JMU in Virginia.
JMU. Right.
Now, my peeps, my JMU peeps. And
so what was your major?
I was a mass comm major. I just wanted to get out of there. I mean,
Okay.
But no, being in mass comm allowed, like, I studied script writing, I studied broadcast, I took a lot of like movie courses, and also allowed me to take music industry courses as well.
Wonderful. Yeah. Okay.
So I thought I was going to do a minor in music, but my music theory ain't that good. So I did not, but they had an amazing music building and music facility. And that's where I met my first band, actually. Nate Smith, who is a huge jazz drummer and artist in his own right. And Shanta Boomy Jasper, we formed a group called Ascension. Yeah. It was like this R&B jazz group, and we did one album called Naked Soul that actually did, I mean, for the time and for the region, did really, really well. We performed around a lot. We even opened for Angela Bofill and Najee one year. Like, we were doing some things. We actually came up to New York one crazy night. Lord Jesus, that was a roller coaster. But we did this showcase at a place called Demerara's, which I don't think is even, it don't exist no more.
Come on, Demerara.
And it was a hip hop show, and we were not hip hop. But we stood out.
Good for you.
And people, and they liked us. They liked our vibe. We actually ended up hooking up with an A&R from Capitol, who ended up getting fired after that. But like, we were kind of like on our way. And it's a hard gig. It's a hard gig being in Baltimore and Virginia, trying to have a band and gig around, and life happens, and so but we learned a lot. We learned how to write. That's really where I honed my writing. And
okay, that's what I was going to ask you next.
That's because we all wrote.
So were you just working on the lyrics, or were you also doing the music?
Lyrics and melody.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm what you call like a top line writer. Like, I really can't play any instruments, but I know in my head what I want it to sound like.
Yeah, because your harmonies, even singing with you, are amazing, and hard. There's a hard harmony. That would be like, so when John asked me to come flip over and sing with his band, I would be like,
But you guys always get it.
Yeah,
you guys always find it.
I was gonna shake your hair here and there, because Corey and Nofi would be like, I would get it though. I'm like, can you sing that again, John, for me?
But let me tell you,
hear my note again.
Every time, I was
gonna
say, every time we play though, people always comment to me about how good you guys are.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, so awesome. When you came to New York, was that your first time coming to New York that time?
No, I had been in high school. We had come up for a trip where we went to the Met to sing Handel's Messiah.
Oh.
Not like on stage, but like, when everybody goes to sing Handel's Messiah. And I'd seen some shows before I've come up to see no, that was after. That was after that. But I mean, I used to come to New York all the time for my birthday after college.
Really?
Because my birthday is on June 24th, which is usually around New York City Pride.
Yeah.
So I would come and stay and, you know, feel my gayness because I couldn't do it that much in Baltimore.
Yeah. So when did you decide to move here?
I decided to move here. I guess it was around 98, and a really good girlfriend of mine from JMU named Teresa Dalvest, who was also an amazing drama teacher, actress, professor in film and broadcasting and all that kind of stuff. She's at Prairie View right now. But she took a trip to New York and was like, come with me. And we're going to go see shows and just have a fun weekend kiki. And we saw Rent for free with the original cast. Because her friend was a stage manager. So we got to go backstage and meet all the actors.
Oh, my God.
That show made me was like, I'm moving to New York City. That was it.
Oh, my God. That was it. Everything. It's 40 years old now, that show. I know. Right.
I also saw Bringing the Noise, Bringing the Funk for free.
Yeah, come on, free.
And then we also saw Something Funny Happen on the Way to the Forum with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, wow.
So we had a full weekend, and then we partied and went to the clubs and acted a fool and got drunk, and Lord, almost lost our lives on the escalator at World Trade Center. Like,
that's a real New York weekend right there.
But since that weekend, that's when I was like, I need to move. And it was like, it's New York City.
Yeah.
And I have more possibilities. And as I got older, especially with music, I realized that that's where I need to be.
Well, that's interesting because after I left, stopped dancing, and I went home for a brief spell to get my mind right, it was right around the same time that I did actually move back to New York. So when I was dancing, actually I was living in Philly, just commuting. And then I decided to then move to New York permanently in 98. So like really around the same time. And then met Stephanie pretty much soon thereafter, right?
My stylist.
And kind of a similar situation. So I can tell that story too. So Stephanie Allen, who's also on the call, also sings with Sugar Bush, and we're just all good friends. And I met her at a rehearsal for somebody else.
Get out!
Yeah. I had just become friends with another mutual friend, Trans, who's a performer, spoken word artist. And we met through another friend, and he had helped me get a job working at Telecharge. Okay.
Lord.
Telecharge.
Lord.
And so he was telling me about, you know, his music and this and that. And at that point, 99, 2000, whatever, I was already working with Kathy Sledge again, singing with Sister Sledge.
Oh, right.
And touring. So every time he was performing, I was always out of the city. So I said to him, let me come to a rehearsal so I can hear what you're doing. And so I go into the rehearsal, and there was Stephanie. And I was like,
did she have something top line?
Did she? Yeah, Stephanie, did you have a top line? I can't remember. Because all I can remember was that Danny stole me.
Danny has a way of doing that stuff.
Okay. Right? Just stealing people. But I just remember thinking, oh my God, Gladys Knight, and just hearing these tones. I was like, so I remember reaching out to Trans and then saying, and he can attest to this, can I have your singer's numbers? So I did say, her hair was, it was short then.
Oh, she said it was short,
like,
right.
Is that okay? He was like, yeah, please, you know. And ever since. So amazing.
And then I didn't move here until 2002.
Okay.
When I was able to, I'm going to say it was God that got me here because I was working for American Diabetes Association, just a regular, day job kind of thing. And their office is closed, and we got a nice little severance.
Okay.
And I was like, that's what I needed to be able to go. And actually, this is really funny. So a friend of Michi's, this girl named Marissa Flowers, I don't even know if you ever got to meet her, but she was living in New York City. She was a friend of mine living in New York City. And because of 9/11, she ended up having to move back home. So I sublet her place in Harlem. And that's how I got to, actually, it's around this time in 2002 that I moved to New York City. And in the first week, I came to stay with her. She was like, let's go to dinner. We go to the Sugar Hill Bistro. I don't even think is it there anymore? I don't think it's there anymore.
I don't think so.
But their band didn't show up that night. So guess who ended up singing?
Ooh, really?
The first night I moved here, I ended up singing because they were like, who here would like to sing? And she's like, he will. I was like,
I was like,
I just got here.
That's amazing.
So I ended up singing. I was like, okay, I guess that means I'm supposed to be here.
Yes. Oh, John, that's an amazing story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And then, all right, so you're in Harlem, and then so when do you start like pulling together musicians and getting, you know, your stuff out there and meeting people?
Man, it took a while. So I shortly after I moved, I started temping at MAC. That's when I started, had my
MAC Cosmetics, right? Because when I met you, you were working with MAC Cosmetics. And always give me free amazing products.
Those are good days. And so I was working at the offices there, and that's where I met our mutual friend because I went to her songwriters thing at Bitter End. But I found Anthony through the Village Voice.
No way.
Yeah. I was looking Village Voice.
Oh, wait, the back pages?
Yes.
Because those back pages of the Voice were lethal on it.
But, you know, he had to, because I was looking for other people. So, rewind, my good friend and music partner, Nate Smith, had already moved here. He had been here a while, and he was doing his thing. But he was busy. So I was like, you know, I need to spread out. I need to meet other musicians and producers. I was like, well, I don't know nobody, so let me try the Village Voice. And that's where I met Anthony.
Oh, wow.
And it was so slowly over time, like just meeting different people, like singing with LaSonia. And you know, I'd sing back up for her and meet different musicians. This guy, Kevin Anthony, you know Kevin Anthony. Yeah, he was a huge supporter in the very beginning. And I met a vocal coach, and we haven't worked together because of the pandemic, but Machan Taylor, who's been my vocal coach for many, many, many years, who's amazing, has a whole history on her own. Like, I mean, she done some with the Jacksons, with Sting, with Hiroshima, like so many people. She introduced me to a lot of people as well. So it was through these, you know, one by one, all these different connections. And then, gosh, Opia, I think, was my first show. And I just had a trio. It was just me and a trio. Wow. And, you know, that was the learning process of like really running a band. Yes. And, you know, dealing with her and deciding what I wanted to sound like and how I wanted to go, you know, like, but as things grew on, you know, like my ideas got bigger and bigger and I needed more people. Yeah. And I met more musicians and, you know, I was able to make more money. I had a really good day job. Yes. To be able to afford all that because couldn't have. I mean, I really want to do a show. And if you guys are just joining in, thank you again always for being here. I am talking to the great John, Deacon of Funk, now the Deacon of Art, Gordon. Know him 2009, 10. Yeah. But I would love to do, because that's real, you know, that day gig into nighttime rock star situation. It's a thing. Zero sleep.
You get off at 6 o'clock or whatever it is, and you got to run home sometime, warm up. And then it's like you turn into this magical creature and then hit the stage. Like, you know, I did that for 10, 15 years or more.
And not just hitting the stage and performing, but you're also directing the band at the same time.
Thank you.
Your mind is split.
Yeah.
So to trust your band in those moments where you can kind of let go and let the performance take control, but also being aware of what's happening around you musically, that takes some honing.
It really does. And I think when we did our so-called comeback show, reunion tour at the Bitter End 2 years ago, I mean, I really felt like even for Sugar Bush that we had really gotten to that place, and it's because of you guys and Anthony and everybody, where I can just be like, y'all go on, I'm good.
Right.
and you know the body language, and the band knows your body, and they know when you're about to, you know, for lack of a better word, climax. Or
yes. Well, yeah, it's been a long quarantine. Okay, I get it.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they know they can see. You know, I hate like big hand signals, but like
Right. When
and
they
they
know
know.
you and everybody feels each other, you know.
Yes.
I tell people that for me, performing is waiting for that moment when everything is in alignment.
Ugh.
Where the band knows you, you know the band, and you can just, and the music just comes together in such a way. It really is, for me, it's a very spiritual thing. And when you hit that moment and you're also connecting with the audience.
Yes. Yes.
And you're all one big membrane or amoeba or whatever. Like you're all one big flowing being. And it's a magical moment. That's what I strive for when I perform. How can I connect?
Yeah, I think that people, and no shade, but I think that people who have never performed, I don't know if they can ever understand what that is and why it's such a craving. And it's not about being a oh, that's your brother, right?
Oh, hey, what's up,
hey? I don't think it's a thing of like, well, yeah. I mean, to be a performer, you do have to have some level of ego. I mean, especially if you're a front person.
Absolutely.
I have a huge ego. And when you said clown, that's why I laughed too, because I have been a class clown since grade school. Okay, making people crack them in the back.
I believe you always got in trouble, didn't you? I believe you did. They were like, "Oh, she's talking too much." Put it in the corner.
I would get straight A's in everything but behavior.
See,
always doing the show in the back.
See, but I was the opposite. I was Mr. Goody Two Shoes. Yeah,
that psychic connection, that thing with you and the audience. Did you ever have a moment? I maybe have felt this once or twice between dancing and singing, where you just feel like you're boring on stage, like you're just not.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
where everything goes like a lead balloon. Yes, right. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the worst. You're like, they're bored. I'm bored.
That's when I usually resort to cursing on stage. Because I start talking, saying something dirty, you know, people like, you know, reconnect to that. I've had songs where people are like, that was nice.
Oh no.
I mean, it's
never when I perform with you had that happen.
Oh yeah.
I'm so mad I can't bring photos into this chat because I had so many photos lined up to show the folks. I'm gonna have to post them later, guys. So
oh Lord Jesus.
I had so many good performance shots of you. I'm so mad right now.
And my boots.
Yeah. So
you know what? I miss wearing the boots.
The boots.
I miss wearing. I will admit to that. The boots became a thing.
Yes. The boots.
And I love being 1,000 feet tall. And did you remember that time I almost fell into the drums?
Oh my God. I mean, y'all understand the boots are like, I don't know if I can see like that stacked. I'm gonna post them afterwards if you guys follow me, but the boots, honey, it's all about the boots.
They were like 10 to 11 inches each.
Yes.
How I didn't lose my life.
And I remember that one rehearsal we had at your place and you put them on to practice.
That's right. That was fun.
You know, but so yeah, I miss it. I miss performing. And quite frankly, like even doing this and connecting with people one-on-one with you, but knowing that there's people watching and enjoying, and hopefully, especially in this awful, awful time that we're in, this is making them smile, maybe cry sometimes, because every other one I'm crying about something. But you know, I cry at everything. I cry at Price is Right.
Stop.
And people get like they win and they're like, yes. So tell me now, let's go back to the artwork that you've been creating during this time.
Yeah. I've been
one that I saw on your page. I hope it's for sale because I do want to buy it. It's the one the heart that you just put up.
Yeah. Yes, for sale.
Yeah, I want that one.
Yeah, To Love Is to Burn. Yeah. Yeah, so I just, I've always had art supplies and stuff here, but I never had, I was always working. I didn't have enough time to indulge. And so the quarantine gave me that, where I could really sit down. I took some classes. I do watercolor mostly, but when I was younger, I did oil, I did acrylic, I did pastel, like I did it all. But I said, let me get back into watercolor and just get my skills back up.
Yes.
And it's meditation for me. And I'm just having a lot of fun. And I also partnered with a friend of mine, Alicia Nash, who's also a great artist as well. And she does a myriad of things, so many things. She is a Black Renaissance person. But we decided we were going to do a weekly painting session, a virtual painting session on FaceTime together. So every Friday, I knew that we were going to spend a couple hours painting, and I was going to.
Awesome.
That was my routine. I was like my regimen, and that was going to help me get better. And I did, and I started posting the work, and people liked it. And it's been that became a dream of mine that resurged, that came back again. I was like, I really want to be a real artist. I want to sell my work.
Because I have photos. Do you have some loose ones that you can just put into the screens and we can?
Oh yeah.
And also John's website, links to all of his work is in my link tree on my page. Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
Just a little.
Yeah, let us see.
I love my Harriet.
Oh, right. Come on, Harriet. Yeah.
And my subjects are all over the place. I don't know if you can see this one. Oops.
Yeah. Yes. I've seen that one on your pages. Yes. And where's you got that one too. Where's the one with the heart that I was referencing?
Oh, that's
Do you have that?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Move it to your left a little bit. Other way. Sorry.
You mean my right?
Keep going. Keep going. Oh. There it is.
Oh,
it's
this
beautiful.
one. Oh,
yes.
I the other one. Sorry.
Oh, I want that one. Honestly, it kind of reminds me because she put so many hearts just like that in her work as Frida Kahlo. It kind of gives me sort of like that energy. And so, yeah, all of John's links, it's a link tree that I have linked in my link tree. But the drop down is his music as well as his artwork, and how we can buy it and support.
And you can get up on all kinds of things like mugs or phone cases or yoga mats or towels, or everybody's been buying pillows and T-shirts. And I love that people aren't just like, oh, let me buy a print. It's like now my art is on functional things in your home that you're using every day. And I love that concept.
Yeah.
It's not just this highfalutin thing that's over here. It's this everyday thing that you consume and make you feel good. Yeah. So I loved, I was lucky enough to find this particular site that allowed me to, they do all the heavy work and fulfillment.
Oh, people are saying they're ordering. Yes, Stephanie. Come on now, order up, kids. Yes.
So it's been and just everyone, their response has been more than I could have imagined. Because, I look at other painters and be like, oh my God, the Romare Beardens of the world, and all these other amazing artists who really have spent their lifetime, perfecting their technique. And I still consider myself an amateur, but I love the response in that my perspective is giving joy to people.
Yeah.
And that people want to have it. The fact that people want to have something that I created in their home. What?
I mean, listen. Again, anytime I get a little check from CD Baby,
okay,
they be little too. They be like $22, but still, someone bought a download of my music.
Yeah,
that I created all on my own and wrote it. I mean, that to me, I'm not rich at all, but that to me is success. That someone actually bought something I created.
That's the joy in it to me. When I perform on stage and people are dancing and singing and they're happy, that's the joy. It's not what happens at the box office.
Yeah.
It's not the money, I'm happy to break even, but it's not about the money.
Yeah. Those damn door gigs. They be like, so what was my cut?
But even if not, you know, like I was able to give people a night of happiness to forget their sadness, forget whatever troubles them. Art does the same thing. You know, it allows people to move into a state of joy and happiness and to make them smile.
Come on.
And that has value. That has more value to me than money. Yeah, you can't take money with you.
No. Hello, right? It'll be buried with your coins. Oh.
But you can take the memories and experiences and the joy. That's the thing that's everlasting. So I think that's why I am a creative.
Right. And, you know, even though I've been a presenter now, which is crazy, for 13 years.
And a now creative consultant. I saw that. I saw it. Congrats.
Okay, so I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that in a hot second. So even in presenting the evenings at Summer Stage, to me, it's such an honor that people are coming to see a show that I curated and put together.
Absolutely.
And then for those 2 hours, you're taken somewhere else, and then to see the response to what I created as a show, it's huge. It's such an honor that I did not take lightly. And
absolutely.
So, what who going back to the art, but who are some of your favorite artists?
Man, that's a really hard question because I didn't grow up like following certain artists or this, and my Instagram is filled with all these people I don't know. I ain't never heard of them, but I just like the images. I like a lot of abstract art and impressionism. So like the French masters like Gauguin, of course Van Gogh, you know, like I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong. Moirot, I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. But I like a lot of abstract stuff. I recently, there's a documentary on HBO called Black Artists in the Absence of Light.
I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see that.
It's phenomenal.
Okay.
It really talks about contemporary Black artists, but also their inspirations and Black artists I haven't even heard of, you know, like, you know, so I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But whenever I find, you know, like I just get obsessed with somebody as soon as I find them, and then I'm onto that. You know, everything is inspiration to me.
Yeah.
And right now I'm just trying to soak up as much out there as there is, even if it's not just painting. Like there's a great reality show on Netflix called Blown Away for glass blowing artists.
Oh, okay.
It's fascinating. I'm not going to blow any glass anytime in my life, but I'm inspired by other, not just painters, sculptors, photographers, any kind of, you know, visual tactile art is something that moves me. Well,
when you're creative, you know, you find inspiration in other mediums. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, and even as a dancer, I'll never forget, oh my God, my beloved Gene Hill Sagan, when I was dancing in Philly. And he was big into the arts and the angels and sort of like the Rubenesque, I can't think of the names right now, but he was very specific about the way he wanted even the hands to look. And he would show us artworks and there would always be the angels in these photos, like the Rembrandt photos or those. And it's something about the hands, you know, Michelangelo. It's
the way they position that.
Yeah, he was like, study this. This is what I want. So the inspiration comes from wherever.
Everywhere.
And my really good friend is also Diane Smith, an incredible artist. You know, I love going to museums with her because, you know, she's showing me through her eyes, you know, what she loves and maybe I should pay attention to. So that could be something like when we can really get together again, just going to museums with people that, you know, are really working in the field as artists.
Right now, one of my favorites.
Broaden your horizons.
Two of my favorites right now are Iris Lena Victor. I think I have her name right. Incredible, huge pieces with this color of blue. I don't know what it is, but but it's black and blue and gold are her choice colors. And they are phenomenal. I'm like, I want to be her. She's so amazing. And then Bisa Butler, who is actually a quilter. And she quilts these African-American portraits, all in different colors of fabric. So like people are like a myriad of colors. She just had a show right before the pandemic happened last year up in Harlem.
Okay.
She is amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm continuing to find people like them out there who are just doing ridiculous work.
Yeah. Now, can I ask you about oh my gosh, the Cupcake Bunch?
My babies. My babies.
It's gonna be a show. Can you tell us about the Cupcake Bunch and show us some pictures? Is that them back there?
That's them back there. That's they back there. I don't know if y'all can see them.
Look at the Cupcake Bunch. See, I have pictures to share with the Cupcake Bunch. So tell us about the Cupcake Bunch.
So,
it's a TV show, John. We're gonna claim it.
So the Cupcake Bunch was a goof. Like I didn't plan that. I was sketching. So I did this thing. The Brooklyn Museum of Art has this program called the Sketchbook Program, where they'll send you a sketchbook. You fill it up with sketches, send it back, and they'll digitize it as part of their library.
Oh wow!
And before the pandemic, they were also going to do these traveling shows where they would take your sketches around the world, around the country, whatever. So for one of the sketches, I was like, I don't know what to do. And I started drawing this cupcake, and I just started drawing these kids around it, and I called them the Cupcake Bunch. And I posted it, and everybody was like, what's this? What are you going to do? Is this a book? Is it a movie? Is it a series? What are you going to do? And I was like, I don't know. I just did.
Yeah.
So then I thought, oh, well, everybody liked it so much. Let me see if this could be something. So I just started maybe painting some more of them and putting them in different situations. And then they took a hold of me, and I decided, all right, I'm going to make this a real children's book.
Yes.
So I'm still working on that now.
Okay.
Still in the writing phase, and you'll see some of the ideas for different scenes over here, as I was kind of planning out how the story goes, but and just fine-tuning, refining, the drawing technique of them and who they are and what they look like.
And also, since you said earlier that you are dabbling in voiceover work, I mean, that could
all of it. Like it's I'm also infusing Black history into it.
Yeah.
Because I want to showcase people that we don't know, but pioneers in the culinary world who are Black. So this is an opportunity to do that. It's an opportunity to show cooperation and collaboration and negotiation and just I want little Black kids to have that feeling that I had growing up reading books, but also seeing themselves, which I didn't have. Except for Ezra Jack Keats, I'm a big like fan of Ezra Jack Keats and Snowy Day and Whistle for Willie and those kind of books where I did see myself. But this has become a thing that I didn't plan during the pandemic, and it's definitely become like something that I'm focusing on, and hopefully I'll be able to, there are a lot of great Black publishers out there, book publishers. So if there's anybody out there, I'll be pitching for you this summer.
I love it. I mean, but even going back to what you said about, there are people that have been painting forever and so I even struggle with, I keep talking about writing this book, and then I have that sort of like, what's that thing? Imposter syndrome, like.
Oh yeah, totally.
But there are, people out here that are published, and they've been writing, and even though I did go to school for journalism, but then I'm like, who's gonna read my book? I was like, stop it. Just write your story. Just write your story.
It's all about how you tell it. And if you tell it how you talk about it, then I don't think you'll have a problem.
Right. Yeah, because when I first started working on it, like maybe 2 years ago, and I went back to it, I realized it didn't really have my voice. Like it was kind of like stiff and
you defined it.
Yeah. So I really write it as like I talk. Oh,
Yes.
Fauna, thank you. I'm gonna read your book. Thank you. I'm gonna hold it to that, Fauna.
Fauna, read my book too. I don't know who
Fauna
you are,
is a
but girl, read
beautiful,
my book.
glorious woman. Yes, sir. Yes.
But
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I'm enjoying the process of I'm writing in a different way, writing for children.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a big Dr. Seuss fan.
Mm.
So writing in rhyme and in prose has been a big challenge, but a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Along with refining how the characters look and creating the scenes that, you know, like it's cupcakes. So I want you to be able to look at the image and want to eat everything in it. You know, I want kids to be like, that's my favorite book because I like all the colors. And as you can see, I have color all around me. I'm a person that loves color. Yes. So I want to drench this in color and for kids to kind of lose themselves and realize that anything is impossible. Mm-hmm. Let your imagination flow and let it go and have the support like I had with my parents who were like, whatever you want, go for, you can do.
Oh, I love that.
So that's kind of like my goal for this. And then, yes, let the animation series come, let the music album come with it, let the cookbook come with it.
You could do a food tie-in. You could have like,
oh honey, the plan is there.
Okay. Oh, I know it is.
The plan is there.
You're like, the plan is there.
The plan. But
oh, John Gordon. Oh my God. So this has been amazing. I'm so glad we had this time to catch up publicly.
I know, right? Good. But it's kind of like our own little kiki. I like it.
It is. And I love you guys for watching today. So anything else we should know? What can we look for? How we can support you? Besides, obviously, please go to the links in my link tree. Buy his art. Buy his art. Buy his art. Hey,
please
L.
Do.
I see you, L. Big L. Yes. Always at our shows. How can we support? What else do we need to know?
I mean, that's my life. I mean, I do some consulting on the side. So if you are a beauty brand looking for online and e-commerce or digital marketing assistance, I'm at your disposal.
Yeah.
I'm a jack of all trades.
Is that part of one of your links?
It is not. It should be, right? I'm sleeping on it. I'm sleeping on it.
This is why we're here.
But right, thank you for calling that out. See, that's what friends are for.
No, because honestly, my girl Monique just joined. Hey, Monique, we were all in we belong to this Black curators cohort, and part of what came up today was, you know, how can we support each other and maybe pick up the slack where maybe we didn't think of something. Yeah. And this is why we're here, man.
Exactly.
We really have to be here for each other. So back to your point of asking me about the consultant situation. So if you guys saw my Facebook page earlier, I posted breaking news. But so my former dance company, Philadelphia, who is the first job I ever had professionally as a dancer, you know, we've been talking. I love my Aunt Joan Myers Brown, and, you know, home is home. And so I love the company and I want to see them survive, especially, you know, post-pandemic. And
right. So many
forward. They just announced a new artistic director, Kim Beers, which is amazing. And, you know, the artistic director, you know, she's 90 and fabulous. Okay, first of all.
She's 90. Oh my God.
No, she is 90 looking fierce.
Get it. Because, you know, Black don't crack.
Right. So like,
we don't. How old y'all think I am? I mean, Danny, you look like you in your 30s, so.
Oh, thank you. Aw. We're like,
Black.
So, you know, we've been talking through the years how I can help, and with all the experience that I've gained as besides a performer, but as a curator now and a presenter, and da. So we've been talking about just bringing me on as just an artistic consultant, just to help, you know, in this next 50 years of the company, giving ideas about choreographers that might be out there that maybe they don't know about, dancers even. So they asked me a few days ago if they could name me publicly artistic consultant. And that's really, I'm just here. I'm still in New York. I'm not leaving New York yet. Right. But just to be to lend a hand.
That's fantastic. That's another way to express your creativity.
Yes.
You know, I remember a night, this is going to seem random, but I remember a night, it was one of your shows. I want to say it was Bitter Ends.
Mm-hmm.
And you hadn't performed in a while. And you went back and you just kind of put your head in your hands and be like, I just can't believe it. And I'm just like, I didn't understand. I was like, because Danny, you are a creative in many, many ways, not just the music, not just Sugar Bush, but you're a creative with dance as a curator, as a supporter of many arts, but now especially with your dannIGeeLive, like you express yourself. I see you eventually as this like grand dame with the long dress and the head wrap, you know, and everything like. Like you are gonna. This is kind of gonna be your legacy where you're involved in so many different things. So I hope you see that. I hope you see the trajectory from dance to music to dance back again and all these different things. It's such and as a creative that you get to express it in so many different ways, and also showing to people that there's not just one path. There's not just this pop star path.
Yeah.
To being fulfilled as a creative.
Yes. And you know, as painful as leaving dance was, you know, finding music and moving to New York and falling into the motley crew of people that I ended up meeting, which enabled me to create my band and explore my voice. And so I have this wealth of people that I know from all walks of life in the arts. And, you know, someone just gave me the biggest compliment last week, an agent actually. Have you seen that documentary yet, Mr. Soul?
Not yet.
Oh.
I mean, I need to.
It's going to be on PBS, I think next week. It's going to be on PBS. Please, guys, if you haven't seen it, please. Melissa Hazlett, it's her uncle, Ellis Hazlett. And someone said to me 2 weeks ago, your IG Live reminds me of the old
Mr.
school
Soul,
shows. Hey, no fee. I was just but I was so incredibly flattered by that. And yes, I would love to build this out and be able to be in the studio and have performances. And all of it. I want all of it. And I want people to see the breadth of who we are. And not just Black. I mean, I love my people. I love Black people. Just everybody.
But everybody. Yeah. And that's where I see my, you know, when you're younger, you're like, oh, you know, I want to be a star. You know, Michael Jackson was one of my biggest influences. Michael Jackson, Prince, Stevie, biggest influences. And, you know, I thought that was it. That's the thing that I want. But there are so many avenues to fulfillment creatively. It's not just, that's not the prize, being this ultra famous thing where you live a life you can't enjoy.
Right.
Like, I want to be able to collaborate and work with all kinds of people and still walk down the street and get my groceries and be able to put on events where I'm collaborating with other bands. Yeah. And having artwork at the same time. Like, how amazing would it be to put together an event that's got artwork, artists exhibited, bands playing, poetry going on.
Okay. Food. Okay.
Like,
a lot of creatives in this chat right now. We can do it.
A beautiful dream for people to experience all aspects of creativity and art and fellowship at the same time. That just,
fellowship.
When we are able to do that, would be a wonderful, wonderful thing.
I think that's part of what, besides, you know, performing.
And fashion. Yes, Stephanie. Fashion.
Yes, all right. Come on, fashion. That's part of the thing, and I'll let you go, I promise. That's part of what I miss about.
It's Friday. I'm drunk.
Okay. Well, I got a date, so.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Boo Cat's on his way.
She all booed up now. She ain't got time.
Oh my God! Did you see that video I posted with him cursing in the background?
I missed it.
It's still on my page. I was trying to record my intro to one of our summer stage shows.
Oh, wait. I heard you were like, I'm trying to record, but I didn't hear him in the background.
I'm all like, but But anyway, what I do miss about not even just performing, but presenting is, or even going to shows is, you know, seeing my fellow artists and presenters and the fellowship.
Yes.
Right? And so I was really salty a couple of weeks ago, and I even posted it. I was so mad. I was watching a YouTube premiere of one of my favorite dance companies, Complexions. I'm going to say it, Complexions Ballet. And as the program was starting, you know, there were lots of people in the chat side, presenters, artists, whatever. They were like, hey, so-and-so, hey, so-and-so. Because we haven't seen each other.
Yeah.
In a year. Like, and that's usually when we're in the lobby having that quick drink before.
Right. I'd be like, oh, we're missing the first part. Let's go. We gotta go in.
And so this one woman, she was like, stop all the chat. It's distracting. And gee. Girl, people were like, you can hide the chat, Miss Thing.
Yeah, it's called technology.
And then she kept saying it. And I'm like, so you're adding to the chat that you're mad because you're distracted by. Get over it. Like, and even the directors of the company afterwards was like, who was that?
Yeah.
So we all miss each other.
Yeah.
If
my dream of dreams, if there's anybody out there with money, and when this is all over, I would love to do a cross-country tour. Who would like to sponsor me, please?
Yeah. All out. Listen, now it's now or never. We were talking about that earlier today. Like, this is the era of you. It's, look, all bets are off. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
I'm just excited. You know, the pandemic has been hard for so many people. And I won't say it hasn't been hard for me. Like, I miss people. Mm-hmm. I miss seeing, you know, you, and there's so many people I haven't seen. Yeah. But I know we're going to be all right.
Yes, come on.
And I can't wait for the explosion of art and creativity.
It's already happening.
It's already happening. I mean, BTW. Did y'all catch the verses that's coming up with D'Angelo? I'm just saying. And special guests.
Right.
So, like, it's all...
I'm already sweating. I'm ready.
Coming. It's all coming. There's so much that's coming. I'm excited. I'm excited about all of the music and art and my music and my art that's coming out. I've been blessed. I've been healthy. My family's been healthy. Most of my friends have been healthy. Those who've had it have recovered. Like, you know, we're going to get through this, and I'm excited about what's to come. And I'm happy that
IG Live wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Oh, Corey just said he's gonna break the internets. we should try to figure out a way to watch it together somehow. Even if we're like FaceTiming or Zooming while we're watching. I don't know. We gotta figure that out.
Because, you know, with the FaceTimes, you can have multiple people, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
Okay, well, we gotta figure that out.
We gotta figure it out.
Well,
look, we're so old, we can't figure stuff out.
I love you, John Gordon.
Love you, Danny J.
Okay, come on, those. Give us a little something, John. You know you want to take off.
All about Danny D. Yes, all about Danny D. Baby, you do me all about Danny D. And all about Danny G, baby.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, come on. This was awesome.
So much fun. Thank you for kicking off my Friday evening.
Yes. Come on, Black man. Come on, Black History Month.
Okay.
You're amazing. And please, guys, go to my links on my link tree. Get some art from John. Support.
More to come.
You know, you will have a John Gordon original in your home. They're beautiful. Get the music.
Luv Junkie was my latest EP.
Luv Junkie.
Before that was soul.funk.drunk.love. They're all available, so snatch them up if you haven't heard of them.
Snatch them up. So I love you. I adore you. Love to your mama, your brother, your dad. Listen, so again, Instagram has done something weird and different and new. So I'm not able to close you out. So you're going to have to do it yourself.
Okay, how do I do that?
This should be an X there somewhere.
Oh, just hit the X. Okay.
Yeah, but I love you. Have a great, great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you
too.
soon.
Yes. I get my first shot on the 7th of April, so.
Oh.
I got an appointment already.
Let us know how it goes. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll be ready to play soon.
Okay, good. All right.
Love you.
Oh my God. The 3 E's and John Gordon. I done told y'all. That was John Gordon, y'all. I think that, okay. We love, oh, see, now the pictures are back. Okay. Hey, look, stay there, y'all. I'm going to show y'all some photos real quick. I don't know what's going on with Instagram, but so hang in there with me 2 seconds. There go the boots. Okay. Those are the boots, kids. Now I can show the pictures. I don't know why they wouldn't let me show them during the chat. These are this is the cupcake bunch. This is his work. Oh, wait, kids. This is John as a baby. Wait, come on, y'all. Look. This was John with Gloria at that crazy show in Atlantic City. Okay, look. Living in the moment, honey. Living in the moment. This is John Gordon, y'all. I love this photo. This is us post-show at the bitter end. Miss Stephanie. Look. The Deacon of Funk kids. Come on. Deacon of Funk. Okay, post-rehearsal. You gotta understand, this is family, y'all. Please go support. You know, us on stage. Oh, I'm hidden, but that's okay. Let me move on. After a show, the 3 E's. There's Nofi in the middle and Corey. I think that's Dave Mullen behind us. John at the bitter end post show. Just so much love. Come on, y'all. Look at this. Please go to the link in my bio. Support this brother. Really support each other. I'm so glad you guys are tuning in every week. This is so important. It's so great for me. And I love you guys. If you missed any portion of it, fingers crossed, no Mercury and retrograde karma. I'll be able to put this instantly on my IGTV as well as on my YouTube channel, dannIGeeLive. And, you know, we're doing it. Okay, we're creatives and we are rocking it out. The pictures. I know, John Gordon. Thank you. Thank you guys. So have a great, great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Wear your masks. Support each other. Check in on the elderly. Check in on your family and your friends. And just keep the faith. Keep the faith. So love you. Next week, my guest is Jamel Gaines of Creative Outlet Dancing in Brooklyn. So I'm going to close out Black History Month with an amazing choreographer and artistic director out of Brooklyn. So Jamel Gaines next Friday. And yeah, I will see you soon. So see you later. Bye-bye.